Hello everyone and welcome back to Electronics Racing League here in Tier 2 for the Bahrain Grand Prix at Round 6. We apologise for the low attendance. Once again, I think just it being some holidays, everyone's out. I mean, like, we have loads of people answering the poll. We had 24 or something, but 10 or so declined, so it's just not much we can do about it. Hopefully Pars or Qatar Starman will join halfway through as he has had a power cut, so hopefully he can join. But yes, we go into this race, the first race that the current championship leader has missed. Litan currently leading the championship to this man named AIDS Machine or Jam Boy. Litan currently leads the championship by how many points is that? 29 points. He is storming away right now. He has raced in 5 races. He has had 4 wins and is ready to well, he's missing his first ever race, so if AIDS Machine could have a good race here, he can close that gap. But we have some new drivers here today. We've got Leighton Ossie, who is now a full driver in the McLaren seat after an amazing performance in Austria to get that P2. We've got Crystallized Star, who's making a return. Destructive Man, brand new driver here, going in the Red Bull as a reserve. We've got Gravix, I'm going to pronounce his name as Gravix. He is the new main for Aston Martin, as Arrow has left. We've got Liam Wolf reserving in. He was the commentator for both Austria Tier 1 and Tier 2. He done a very good job of it, so well done to him. We've got Vaxi coming back. Pro Cody making a return after moving up to Tier 1. Attendance was so low that we needed to get someone in, so he is back in the Alfa Romeo. And Raw making a return after Imola. Is Raw going to be the first one to start a lap? Yes, he is. We will ride on board with the Mercedes as he heads now down in that number 88 car into turn 1. Make sure to get that throttle down decently early, but you don't want to do it too early, otherwise you can end up with a loss of traction. Heading now down after the end, nearing the end of the first sector. Not many corners. You've got turn 1, 2, 3, and then you go into turn 4 before you head over into turn 5. You get the sector 1 split time of a 29.2. That is the time to beat as he now heads down. Oh, he goes very wide there. Manages somehow not to get an invalid going through the exit of turn 7. Now down into turn 9 and 10. Probably the trickiest corner on this track to get it right. Downhill braking. You want to hit the inside curve. Get throttle on as early as possible. And then DRS open. Get that front 9 speed. And he is backed out of his lap. Not surprised after that little mishap. So the next person on that lap is AIDS Machine. Or no, Crystallized Star. AIDS Machine is on the medium tyres. But Crystallized Star on those soft tyres, heading now down to turn 11 into turn 12 in the Alpine, who I believe are currently leading the constructors. Just have a quick check. No, sorry, they're third. So Williams lead the constructors on 141, then comes Ferrari 100. And then Alpine on 85. So Crystallized Star ends his lap. What's it going to be? Obviously Raw has restarted his lap. Crystallized Star 33.6 is the Mark II beat. Then will come Pro Cody at 29.6. Yeah, 33.6. I was like, that ain't a very good lap. 29.6 for the returning driver. Vortex 30.3. AIDS Machine on the medium tyres sets a 30.4. Graphics has it invalid, but it was a 31.4. Destructive Man nearing the end of his lap, as well as Leighton Ossie. What can Leighton Ossie do? After a brilliant performance, it's going to be a 1 minute 30.0. He goes fastest in the last sector, but enough to put him P2. What about Destructive Man? He goes P4 with a 30.4. Very close then between 3rd and 5th place. Then will come the 2 Ferraris. Liam Wolf, 107.6. Second sector, 108.0 for Vaxi. Liam Wolf. Can he take this provisional pole off the Alfa Romeo of Pro Cody? He's now heads round past turn 14, 15. The double right-hander to the line. It's a 29.7. Goes barely behind Pro Cody. It's going to be a close one. Vaxi 30.2 goes P4. Slam Graphics, who has got another invalid, will be the last one to set a lap. As Raw set to 30.2 on his second time round. So pretty close there actually. Like if we look, it goes pretty close between like 4th and 8th. Only 2 tenths in it. Pretty good. Graphics, does he have enough fuel to go out for another lap? I think he's going to try it. So it looks like Vortex has saved up enough battery and enough fuel to go out for another lap. So we watch Vortex, heads now down through turn 1. Don't look too bad there in the first sector. Would it be a purple sector 1? No, it is not. But he is 3 tenths up on his lap time, which so far put him into that P3 position onto the second row. Will he be able to do any better than that in the next 2 sectors? Heading now through turn 10. How quickly does he get the throttle on? He gets it on pretty early. That DRS flap open on the Williams Racing. He's going to climb to speeds of excess of 190 miles an hour. He goes round turn 11 into turn 12, the final corner before you get the sector 2 split time. How much is he up on his lap? He is 4 tenths up. Purple in sector 2. Vortex looking to carry what his teammate has been proving so far this season. Getting, well, he is Vortex currently sits lower down in the standings than his teammate, but he's going to come to the line. It's looking pretty decent. It's going to be a 29.9. Goes P3 onto the second row. Goes Vortex. So in the driver's standings, Vortex currently sits P7 behind Pars, ahead of Logovic. See if Pars is. Give him a quick invite just in case. So everyone's either in the pits or now on an out lap. No one is ready to set their next laps. What can Lay and I do? He'll be the next one to start a lap here at Bahrain with 8 minutes 45 less to go. He rounds around the final corner, ready to begin his second flying lap. He crosses the line and starts his lap into turn 1. Now on the exit of turn 2, be careful not to spin it. There you go. See, he had a little snap there. That would have lost him a tiny bit of time, but he is still looking to push on this lap. He doesn't seem to have backed out yet. Oh, he is sliding a bit, but is half a tenth up on his lap. He's looking to challenge Vortex for that P3 position, maybe even challenge Liam and Cody. it seems to be a decently clean lap so far. He's 4.5 tenths up. This is looking good for him. He can maybe even stick it on pole. Looking like the front row so far. What can the McLaren do? This is looking very solid. And can he possibly stick it onto provisional pole? Illinois, with the DRS now open, he comes to the line. What's the lap time going to be? So 29.5 goes provisional pole here in Bahrain. As Pro Cody has spun on his lap. Liam Wolf on his lap. Next person to cross the line will be Crystallized Star. This lap doesn't look too great for him. It's going to be in the 31s, 31.9. Age Machine, 4 tenths, well, nearly 4 tenths up. Could he put this onto the third row, maybe in the second row? He's going to come to the line. Is it going to be in the 29s? Yes, it is. It's a 29.9 as he says the purple sector 3 goes P4 by only 3 thousandths of a second. Then will come Destructive Man. What can he do? He's going to stay P8 after improving by a tenth and a half. The next one to cross the line will be Gravix to start his lap. The next person will be Liam. Liam down on his lap by almost a second. A's Machine on his in lap. So who'll be the next one? Raw to start his lap. So the next person to actually finish a flying lap, Cody's about to start one, will be Gravix. So we watch Gravix as he goes through turns 4. 29.7. Currently the fastest sector 1 is 29 flat, so he is quite a bit off pace with that first corner, and he gets another invalid. He seems to be struggling with these invalids. So Raw on a lap. He had a pretty good debut race, Raw. And where does Raw sit in the standings? I can't even see him. Maybe he had a good sprint. Maybe I'm thinking he had a good sprint. He got 10th in the sprint. And DNF in there. Oh, it was Arrow. I was thinking I had them really well, and Noah. Yeah. But anyway, see what he can prove. Destructive Man, electricity died. He hasn't left the lobby. Don't think. We'll invite him. But Raw crossed the line. What can he do? It's a 30.0. Goes P6. Not too bad then from the Mercedes. The Mercedes, the only team in both tiers yet to score a point. So yeah, in Tier 1, everyone has scored a point, and in Tier 2, everyone but Mercedes has scored a point. So can Raw do what no other Mercedes driver so far this season has been able to do? Jenkinstein and FIFA's, the two that come to mind, haven't been able to do anything. Vortex out on an very early out lap actually. But what a qualifying this is looking to be. I mean, look at that. Only 7 tenths between the top 8. So we'll watch Vortex as he does start his final flying lap very early on compared to anyone else. But let's see what he can do. Maybe he knows something that we don't. I mean, I doubt it's going to rain. It's Bahrain. I mean, it is in the name, but doesn't look like a desert usually does rain. This guy ahead of him is going to have to let him through. It's Crystallized Star. Crystallized Star is going to have to let him through. Crystallized Star, what is he doing? What is Crystallized Star doing? He's just completely blocked him on his lap. I mean, what is he doing there? That's going to be a penalty for him. Grid pen probably for next race. Because that's ridiculous. I can't believe that. Wait, not on an out lap. So now Vortex has had to back out of his lap. I wouldn't be surprised if we see an angry Vortex in the chat. As, I mean, that was just ridiculous. Crystallized Star just sat in his way. But anyway, Vortex will still be the first one. As Raw retires from the session, probably saving a set of tyres, or he just didn't have time. He is now done. Destructive Man, I don't actually think he's in the session. So yeah. So yeah, Vortex is going to start his final flyer, as well as Crystallized Star following very closely. Crystallized Star, this is a, not Crystallized Star, A's Machine. This is a big race for him. Lightown not being here, his championship rival. He needs a big performance out of this. People are on out lap. So Vortex currently on a lap. What can he do in Sector 1? So 28.7 is the quickest Sector 1 by an absolute mile. What a Sector 1. Crystallized Star, I didn't see what he said, but what a Sector 1 that is from Vortex. Next one to go through Sector 1 will be Leighton Otti, who is currently the provisional pole sitter. In his second ever race, his first race in a full-time seat, will be able to set pole position as a 28.9, not as quick as Vortex's first sector, but still up on his lap time. What about Vortex in the second sector? How much is he up by? Because this is looking like to be a monumental lap for him. He's almost 4 tenths up. Cody, almost a tenth up in the first sector. What about Vaxi? I didn't see. He didn't come up. But Liam starts his lap. So we'll watch Vortex. He's going to come to the line. He's going to look to take provisional pole as it stands. 2 purple sectors. He just needed that last corner. He's going to come to the line. Is it going to be provisional pole? Yes, it is. The 29.4 goes Vortex into provisional pole. And that's going to be it for him. Crystallized Star finishes in P9. Leighton Otti is not improving. He might be done. It looks like Leighton Otti is not going to be the man to deny Vortex. What about Cody? Cody's improving by over a tenth in the second sector. Maybe Cody will be the man. Leighton Otti comes into the pits. What about Liam Wolf? He is up. What about Vaxi? He is almost 5 tenths up. But we're going to watch Pro Cody, who comes to the line. Will Cody snatch Vortex's first ever pole here in Tier 1? Cody comes to the line. 29.3. He snatches it by almost 2 tenths. Can Vaxi deny him? No, he can't, but 29.6, not a bad lap from the Ferrari. What about Liam? Can Liam deny Cody? It looks like he might be able to. 2.5 tenths up. This is looking good for him. But he's going to need to find a lot of time here in the last sector. As Destructive Man finishes. Gravix finishes. Age Machine crosses the line. Only P6. Not what he would have wanted. What about Liam Wolf? What is he going to do? Is he going to go to pole? No, he doesn't. He goes P2. What a qualifying we just had there. The top 5 separated by only 3 tenths. What a qualifying. What a race we are going to have on our hands. But yeah, Pro Cody and Liam line out the front row with Vortex, Leighton Otti on the second row. And then Vaxi, Age Machine on the third row, Raw and Destructive Man on the fourth row, and then Gravix and Crystallized Star on the fifth row.